Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of Guitar Guts, the weekly guitar vlog with me, Mark Murray. You can always find this vlog on YouTube or at guitarguts.com. So this week I got a new palm sander, and I've been trying to strip guitars and sand them, and it turns out the palm sander so far is the way to go. I'll show you some clips of me using that on this guitar over here, and then another Stratocaster I'm working on. Also, I got a couple more clips of the Independence Day party I was playing a couple weeks ago. We played Freebird. So I cut it in half. The song's way too long to play the whole thing, but I'll show you some of the beginning and then some of the end. And then on the outro, I got some shout outs I want to give back to some people who wrote in and talk about those two guitars I'm working on a little more. So let's start it off with a little bit of Freebird, then we'll head out back and work on those guitars. So this here is a failed attempt. I tried to use stripper on this guitar, and I've tried a couple guitars with stripper, using paint stripper before, but it never seems to work out that good. I have to do it tons of times over and over. It's messy. You have to like brush it on, scrape stuff off. I mean, it got a lot of it off on the back, but the front, no, and I did it. I tried so many different ways. Maybe it's just not going to do with this kind of paint. Either way, the easier solution, get a little palm sander. So gonna see if I can get this thing looking a little cleaner and nicer. Cool little Harbor Freight palm sander. So far this thing's working pretty good. Check this thing out. This thing's crazy. This is an old Explorer that I have. It's a Takamine Explorer from the 80s, and it's one of the only electrics I think Takamine makes. But I got it from a music shop I used to work at. I saw it in there hanging. Somebody had abandoned it in the back where the guy works on the guitars for the repairs. So I would see it through a little window, and then one day, years later, I worked there, and I asked him. I was like, I was actually 13. You know, I wasn't even old enough to be working at a place yet. Either way, I saw that in the back, and I'm like, I need that guitar. And then I'm out here sanding it right now, and it looks so crazy like this that I had to take a couple pictures and show it off, and I'll set it all the way back down. But it was black when I saw it originally, and I think they gave it to me for $100. Black, and then I wanted it white, like James Hetfield's Explorers are white. So I added the white paint on there, and then years later I painted it all Rastafarian colored and just literally screwed it into the ceiling. So there's like a screw hole right there and a screw hole right there. Luckily I didn't put it through the neck or anything crazy, but I never thought I'd be playing it or anything. But I'm gonna throw Floyd Rose in it and paint it up cool, maybe throw some blood on it or like Van Halen stripes or something crazy. Alright, cool guys. So the plans with the Strat that I was working on is it's gonna get the Eddie Van Halen Bumblebee paint job, which this is what it looks like if you haven't seen it. First you paint it yellow, then you add some tape stripes and paint it all black, and you take the tape off, and then you got the yellow showing from underneath. So that's what this is right here, the Duple color. That's what I like to use. It's a lacquer, solid, good paint. And then I'm gonna go with see, Duplicolor makes really cool colors. They make good clear too, also. But for something like black, you can go with this lacquer from Rust-Oleum. Same stuff, just it's a lot cheaper. I talked about it in one of my other videos. You'll want to change out the spray tip on that though, because the Duplicolors come with nice spray tips. This thing comes with not a good spray tip. You want something, I talked about it in another video, go look it up. I think number 3 or 4. So that's the strap plans. Of course, it's going to get a Floyd Rose Eddie Van Halen style, because how could it not? The Explorer, on the other hand, I put this up on Instagram yesterday. It's up to like 300 something likes, and like 6 or 7 people told me, I think you should leave it that color. When I started sanding it down and it looked like that, I was like, that looks radical, but I don't know if I would leave it like that. And then enough people kind of validated it, so I think I'm thinking about maybe even throwing some type of stencil or like put a message on this guitar and then clear coating it. Of course, it's going to get rounded out for a Floyd Rose. And this pickup right here, I'll talk about in a second, but it might get this pickup, which is supposed to be kind of like a Van Halen style pickup. So this thing might be actually pretty crazy. This pickup, I won this from DVS Guitars and Pickups on Instagram. Super cool company, they're a ghost builder, so other companies hire them to build their pickups. But from what I've seen so far, I haven't tried it out, but looking at it, it's gorgeous. I've used every kind of pickup, all the main ones, and the quality of parts is the exact same, but the quality of care when you put it together, this is a nice, clean looking pickup. When I go to install this thing, I'll show you the difference up close. But they're making me a custom one, so I talked them into making me a custom pickup for this guitar. Because I won this in a contest, but I figured, you know, I need a good pickup for this thing, and that sounds like it would have done it, but I need black. And I told them I'm going to relic it and all that stuff, and they said, you know what, we can build you one, we'll relic it, we'll get it on out to you. And I was like, yes! So Liam over there, I've been talking to him. Shout out to Liam. Very excited. So DVS Guitars and Pickups on Instagram, they do giveaways almost every week, I think, for pickups. That's how I got the first one. I recommend you guys follow or check them out. Also, I want to give a couple other shout outs. So Chuckles, the guitarist, Chuckles _ the _ guitarist. He has a whole collection of Eddie Van Halen guitars, a bunch of them, such a nice collection. He gave me a couple tips on, I had a post about some guitars, what color should I paint these, any recommendations. A bunch of people gave me great recommendations, thanks for that. He showed me this BMW car, look at this thing. He said I should try to do that. He tried to do it with one of his guitars, and it didn't turn out the exact same as that, but it turned out pretty cool. And now I'm thinking, man, I think I need to do that to a guitar. So, shout out to him. Also, Copenhagen Gator told me to use graphite powder on the neck of this guitar because I'm gonna relic that thing up. So, I looked into that. He did it with his buddy. Definitely doing that. And then also, don't Rory Bautating. I don't know what Rory Bautating. Don't Rory. I know his name's Rory, but cool dude. I'm not sure what his username means. Anyways, cool dude. Comments a lot. Likes the vlog. Asked me what router I've been using because he said he might want to throw a Floyd Rose in one of his Jacksons. This thing is a Bosch Colt 1 horsepower. It's just called the Colt 1 horsepower. Not variable speed, just very basic. I think this is the exact one Stuart McDonald sells. I got it on eBay for like 75 or 80 bucks. I think StuMac sells it for like a 130, 120, 110, something like that. But it's great. I'll be using this next week, I think, throwing the Floyd Rose in this bad boy. So make sure you check that out next week. I think that's pretty much it this week, guys. So you could always follow me on Instagram. I post updates of all the stuff I'm doing around here at Guitar Guts. You can find the blog at guitarguts.com. Every week I put one out. Or it's at YouTube. Just search for Guitar Guts, 2 words. Or maybe it's 1 word. No, I don't even know. Just search for Guitar Guts vlog. You'll find it. guitarguts.com. And one last shout out to DVS Guitars and Pickups. Those guys are awesome, and thanks for sending me some pickups. So, thanks so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything, you can leave them down in the comments down below. You could write me on Twitter, at Mark the Murray. You could write me on Instagram, Guitar Guts. So, I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, I forgot to say, also please subscribe and like the video. And please, if you like it and you have guitar player friends, tag them in this. You know, that makes a huge difference, tagging people. Also share it on your page. If you got like Facebook or whatever, retweet it on Twitter. This stuff helps out a lot. So thanks so much for watching. See you next week.